Hey, there we go. All right. We are live and looking at the market here. Wow. Hey, good morning, Kazi. Man, are you looking at this copper? We drew out a lot of stuff here. Micro gold. Yeah, all looking the same. Very interesting. This is a really good example. Hey, what's going on, Graham? Yeah, yesterday was crazy. That's for sure. This is a really interesting situation because you can see, yeah, rejection candles, yeah, big time rejection candles, and this is a really good example. So really, you guys are really going to get a lot of value out of this session because this is a situation that happens all the time. And for beginners, it's very confusing to understand what direction to take the trade in when looking at multiple time frames. Okay. And clearly, like, because you guys have TrendCloud on your chart, you can clearly see that the 4-hour chart is in an uptrend, right? So we always have to maintain the context of that highest time frame, right? Because remember that moving averages, which is what TrendCloud is made up of, right? Moving averages are more significant on the highest time frame, right? A 4-hour, the trend cloud on the 4-hour chart is going to be more significant than the trend cloud on the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart more significant than the 15-minute chart, right? Okay, so that's the first piece, right? What's going on the highest time frame? 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is up, okay? And let's get rid of this. And what else do you see happening? Well, price has pulled into that 4-hour trend cloud. So let's box out that 4-hour trend cloud from the top of the trend cloud to the bottom of the trend cloud. Pulls into that 4-hour trend cloud. Now you can relate that to your 1-hour chart, and you can clearly see, what do we see right here? Right in here. Okay. We'll make that another color. We'll make it blue. So the green is the 4-hour trend cloud, and the blue is the 1-hour demand zone inside of that 4-hour trend cloud. That is very significant, but we're following the context, right? The context of the 4-hour price action movement. So you know that price likes to impulse up, pull back into trend cloud, impulse up, pull back into trend cloud, impulse up. And it does that as many times as it's going to do it, right? So as it pulled back into the trend cloud here, we saw that it pulled back into this 1-hour demand zone. But as we were going up here, we were in the ninth wave. We were in the ninth wave of this 1-hour trend. Okay, so that is very significant because that information, that one piece of information on your middle time frame trend cloud is telling you It's telling you that the demand zone is going to be below the 50 simple moving average right here. It's telling you that because let's say there was a demand zone like up here, like this. Let's say there was a demand zone up here. Okay, so price comes down and you can see that, you know, let's see, was there? There wasn't, but as you're extended, would you want to take this demand zone as you're extended? And the answer is no, right? Because I mean, it could work, but we know that price, when it becomes extended, it wants to break below that 50 simple so to recalculate. See how this says 1 right here? See how that says 1 right there? Here's 10, right? 9, 10 didn't quite make the 11th wave. And what did it do? It said, no, we need to break below the 50 so we can recalculate. So it breaks below the 50 into this 1 hour demand zone, recalculates, and now you go back to the context of that 4-hour chart and say, well, we are in an uptrend. So this doesn't necessarily mean complete trend reversal, right? It means that it wanted to recalculate and do something, right? And you have to consider that that something will be a continuation of the uptrend because of the context of the 4-hour chart, which is up. It's up and it's still early, right? This thing kind of went back and forth like here. 1 doesn't pull back quite as much. It didn't really put in a 2 yet. Okay, so this right here, yeah, it didn't put in a 2 yet. It didn't put in a second wave yet. So this whole thing here is really 1. Like this 1 is really like up here, right? So this whole impulse is a first wave. Pulls back. This is going to become the second wave when that CCI indicator starts to break above that middle shaded area. Okay, that's when the algorithm paints the 2. All right, so 1, 2, very early in this high time frame, trend. So that should lead you to believe that this deep pullback here is a recalculation so that we can continue the move up. So what do we have? What are the pieces of information do we have? You know, this all happened very late last night. 15-minute, there's your crossover, pulls back into that 4-hour trend cloud, real nice rejection candle off of the 50, right? It's reading, we are reading the context of the trade on the high time frame, and we are reading the reactions off of those support and resistance levels on the lower time frames. And we happen to have a demand zone right here, which is a level of imbalance on the 1-hour chart. And it reacted very nicely to it. Opening range breakout, breaking out to the downside, right? Breaking out to the downside. hitting that 50. We're almost above positive 100 here, right? Look at the momentum shift that has taken place on that 4-hour chart. Momentum has taken place to the upside. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Good to see you. And yeah, it does. It always helps being early. That's for sure, Graham. High time frame uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up. Recalculation of the middle time frame trend, right? So this is a really good lesson. Go back, make sure you save this episode. Make sure you save this episode of TrendCloud Trading Live, because this is a really good example of reading charts across multiple time frames. And this is something that beginners have a lot of difficulty doing. So don't avoid doing it, right? Go into it more, right? Don't avoid reading your charts. A lot of people, oh my God, it's so much to look at. Yeah, it's a lot to look at, but once you get it, you'll understand it. Text of the trade on the highest time frame first. All right. Okay, so cycling up, momentum is up. We just pulled back. We hit this 1 hour demand zone, and we have trend reversal back to the upside. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can bookmark it on YouTube. Just save it into a little folder of favorite TrendCloud episodes. Everybody's got one of those, right? Everybody has a favorite TrendCloud episode folder, right? So yeah, and look at these rejection candles here. So where do we get in on this, right? Being that we're seeing this early, where are those ADR checkpoints? Man, so pretty close, right? As soon as we break out to the upside here on gold, we're going to be hitting that ADR checkpoint. What is the next level of resistance or imbalance on the high time frame? Well, it's the market edge, right? How about we do like that? Make it red. All right, so the market is going to have to make a decision up here on the highest time frame, right? The market is going to have to make some kind of a decision to either break through this and go higher, or go sideways and bounce between these two levels, right? So, real count. Oh, wow. 40%, right. Yeah. Okay. So what Kazi is talking about here, is very important, guys. Look at this. In the real account, right? 40% win rate. 40%, it does it 40% win rate, right? But 14% gains for March, right? 40% win rate, 14% gains. So what does this tell you? This tells you that the win-loss ratio, it doesn't really matter. It's the magnitude of the win and the magnitude of the loss. The magnitude of the loss, very small. The magnitude of the win, very big, right? Going for those 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1, scaling out of the trade when you can. So this 14%, here, is a result of getting risk-free, right? Getting risk-free in your trade, bringing that stop loss just above break even when you hit 2-to-1, okay? And then whatever happens, happens. That's a big one. Scaling out of the trade, right? Hit that 2-to-1. If you've got more than one contract, great. Take off half at 2-to-1. And then when you hit 3-to-1, take another one off. So, that results in the gains. That's really the key to it. There, when people talk about what's the key to being consistently profitable, it's really it's everything, right? It's really it's everything. It's following a system consistently, right? Following an objective system, but being consistent with those with that procedure. So yeah, that is the secret to becoming consistently profitable. It's not, hey, buy my system. The system's going to make you consistently profitable, or hey, buy this automated trading algorithm, buy this AI robot that takes all the trades for you, which is absolute nonsense. It's not in that. It's in what you do with the trade plan that you've been taught, right? Because TrendCloud is a complete trade plan. It's a system, and it's developed in a way that allows you to be objective, right? Oh, okay. Well, we've got everything is green on the 4-hour chart. Green trend cloud cycling up, momentum is up. Good. Checked all the boxes. Go to the middle one. Up, crossover there. Green candle. We're about to break above positive 100. Great. We're all ready to take a pullback into a demand zone. But oh wait, we're running into the average daily range here. Average daily range, as soon as it breaks out and it's hitting that high time frame supply zone, we got to be careful, right? So it's lining us up for success. It's lining us up for success. You got to set yourself up for success, and and take the trades as they come. So this here, this is very interesting to be watching right now. Uptrend, momentum is on our side. We pulled back into this demand zone, right? Pulled back into this demand zone, broke back above, recalculated the count, and here we go, okay? And here we go. So the spot to have gotten into this trade was down here, right? But as we pulled down in here, we had momentum against us, right? We don't know how far this is going to go. You would have to have taken a chance on that. And now here we are, where it should be like the end of the move. So do we want to get in at the very end of the move? It's best to wait off of this reaction. we need to see, this may have to go through a little bit of a sideways movement, right? This may have to go through a little bit of a sideways movement before making some kind of reaction. But the first, and look at what we've got here. We've got a double top. We've got a double top on the 1 hour chart, and it pulled down, didn't quite break through this demand zone, right? So we've got this double top. We may be I predict a sideways movement here for a while. That's what I'm predicting. It's going for massive gains while taking small losses, but if I was just taking 2 to 1, it's about 55 to 60% win rate. That's right. That's exactly right. So when you go for like those massive moves, right? We really don't know how far this is going to go, do we? We really don't know how far it's going to go. So what Kazi is saying is, when he took those 2 to 1 targets, 2 to 1 targets were hitting about 55 to 60% of the time. 55 to 60% of the time. And I've seen it hit around 70% too. It's within range, right? It's all within the range. 2 to 1. When you've got trend and momentum on your side, when you line it up on TrendCloud, the win rate is very high. So why not take advantage of that? Why not take advantage of that, at least with one contract, right? So the idea is, if you only have one contract, because that's all you could afford in this trade, then hey, take the 2 to 1, because 55 to 60% of the time it's going to hit. So that also makes that 2 to 1 very powerful when you're scaling out of the trade. It's a good first target, but only if you've got trend and momentum on your side on that 4 hour and 1 hour chart, right? So let's see what happens here. We pulled back into the 1 hour demand zone, made a really nice move, broke through that 1 hour and also 15-minute trend cloud to the upside. And what did it do? It pulled back into the 4 hour trend cloud, right into the green. The green box here is the 4 hour trend cloud, from the top of the trend cloud to the bottom of the trend cloud. And what did it do? Retested that area. And it was also retesting that 15-minute supply zone. Yes. I love that. Ba-bam. Graham is doing well in his cannabis stocks, giving him highs. Money in the bank. That's awesome, guys. That's great. Fantastic. It's all about small, those base hits, right? It's all about base hits, putting that plan together, and once in a while, you're going to catch that trend. Once in a while, you're going to catch that trend the entire way. So when you look at yes. There you go, Graham. Kazi sent you a money bag. That's awesome. When you have a bigger account, just imagine having that, having that 6-figure account, which Kazi's trying to build. He's trying to build that up into 6 figures now. You will have the 4 hour trend cloud giving you signals, and you've got to say, okay, well, at this point in time, when can we get in on this? Like, man, look at that 4 hour. Put a vertical line there, and let's just take a look. Let's put one there and put one there. Let me go over here to time. Almost hitting that, almost at that, we're almost at that ADR checkpoint. Let's go back in time here and take a look at something. Okay. Okay, guys, take a look at this. Take a look at this. All right. This is going to be a really good video for you guys to save. Okay. Let me adjust this so that we can really see the lower time frame here. Take a look at this, guys. 4-hour chart, right? Highest time frame. Look at these trend cloud signals here. Highest time frame, trend cloud signals. Okay, let's focus in on this guy right here. Cycling up, momentum is just starting to turn green here, right? So we've got a green trend cloud, green candles, a trend cloud signal on the highest time frame, cycling up, and momentum has just turned green again right there. Take a look at the middle time frame now, right? We're concerned with CCI. Right here, look at this, trend cloud crossover. We move the bar a little bit further. What do we have now? Now we've got CCI above positive 100. Aha, okay. Now we drop down to the lowest time frame and look at what we've got here. 15-minute trend cloud signal, once, twice, 3 times, okay? Right here, we've got a demand zone, right, on there. Doesn't look like anything pulled back to it. Doesn't look like anything pulled back to it, but we've got the trend cloud signals here, right? This retest, right? This retest here. Now we've got this, okay? We move forward a little bit more. Now we have this demand zone. Look at that. Pulls back, retests this. So here's the opening range, right? So right at this point, see these 2 lines here? Right there and right there. That's the 15 opening range from Wednesday, March 27th. Wednesday, March 27th. Go back and read it again. 4-hour chart. Trend cloud signals galore here, right? Cycling up. Momentum is up. Great. We are now in the context of looking for longs, right? Middle time frame. There's your crossover. And right here, we are way above positive 200 on the CCI on that 1-hour chart. Holy cow. Okay. That's looking good. We've got all the pieces of the puzzle. What do we need to do? We need to start looking for a strategy to get us into this trend. Right here. Here's the opening range. Trend cloud signal, right? You could take the trade on that trend cloud signal. Here's the retest of that trend cloud signal. And then it pulls back and even hits this demand zone right there. We have every right to take that, to take this, right? To take, well, this whole thing, right? That's the demand zone there. This is the retest, right? This is the retest of the opening range. That's a strategy that we use. What would that look like? What would the retest of the opening range look like? Well, it would look like entry right here, right? Let's get the risk manager tool. Grab the risk manager tool. Here's your entry. And right here's your stop loss. 20,000 account, 1%. Okay. And let's move this all the way to the right because we are in the past here. 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5 to 1. Okay, we're too far back for the, but you get it, right? There it is. So here, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5 to 1 hit, and it kept going. And then what happened? Trend became extended, pulled back, and went sideways, right? And went sideways. So reading the chart from the very beginning, right? Understanding the context of that movement, very important. 4-hour chart, if we had, the money to trade, those 4-hour candles, hey, great. Here's your bunch of TrendCloud signals, right? Upward trend, cycling up, momentum is up. Wow. That is the time to really pay attention. And the timing was perfect, wasn't it? This could happen at 4 in the morning and we would miss it. But it happened when it did. And it allowed us to look at this and say, okay, we've got, we're at the beginning of cycling up in an uptrend. Prices above the trend cloud. Great. Start looking at that 1-hour chart. And right there is the first time we break above positive 200 in this massive uptrend. And then you start looking for a strategy to get in. And that strategy was the retest of the opening range. And it was also TrendCloud signals. And you also had a retest of those TrendCloud signals. I know Kazi likes to do that. So this right here, I would take a snapshot. Whoops. I would take a snapshot. Okay. Here we go. I would take a snapshot of that right there. Right there is your perfect trade setup. Definitely, I'm doing it too. I'm going to do it too. Put that up on your wall. Okay. I'm taking a snapshot of this myself and I'm saving it. Okay, because it's important. And I'm labeling it perfect TrendCloud setup. And make sure you can find it. Putting it right on the desktop. Save. There you go. That is it right there. That is it right there. Okay, good. All right. Everybody got that? Let's take a look now. Where are we at? Yep. Look at this. That's looking, it's still too early, but that's looking like we want to go sideways, right? Looking like we want to go sideways. This is the big factor here. We're pulling into the market edge. There's always confusion, right? There's always confusion when you hit that market edge. You've got some trend cloud signals here. We don't quite have the momentum yet, like we did in that perfect trade setup. What's this? Update market chat, Alphabet talking with advisors about potential HubSpot buyout. Wow. HubSpot is really expensive to use. You ever take a look at the prices on HubSpot? I think it's like $800 a month to use HubSpot. It's a CRM program that tracks all of your clients, leads. That's what HubSpot does. And it's like super expensive. I couldn't believe how expensive it was. Well, there we go. What is gold going to do? Now, this is interesting. This is what I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if you remember this, but make this nice and big here. Whenever you come into a double top, whenever you have a double top like this, got this massive uptrend, first top pulls back, second top pulls back deep, hits the demand zone, right? So we didn't break any structure. So this could be, maybe this wants to form a triple top. Maybe this wants to form a triple top and then break through some structure here, right? We don't know what it's going to be. You'll never know what it's going to be until it finishes. All we can do is say, well, we've got an uptrend with a lot of upward momentum. We have to wait for the situation to fit that narrative, all right? So we've got uptrend on the high time frame, uptrend on the middle time frame. We've got momentum to the upside on the high time frame. And we're almost there on CCI. We're not quite there yet. So what has to happen here for us to really say, okay, let's start looking for demand zones? It's got to do this, right? As soon as we do this, we're above CCI, positive 100. Now we can start looking for, look what we've got here. Here's a nice rally-based rally that continued this leg and broke structure right here. All right, let's make that purple. So if we do this, we can look for the retest of this, right? That's where a lot of indecision came into play. We've got to make a decision, right? We know that's how price moves. That's how price likes to move. We'll leave that on there because that's actually what happened. Right, there you go. Gray. Yellow. We'll keep it yellow. All right. And then you've got your ADR checkpoint right there. So definitely a retest. So that makes sense, right? Okay. People are jumping out of the live stream here. Remember this move? Swing high to swing low. Pulls back and hits that. Look at how the 886 retracement level and the ADR checkpoint as well as the market edge is all lined up here. This is a really great target. We could get a bounce out of this, right? A short-term bounce out of that right here. All the more reason, to watch this thing break through. So if this breaks through, we know we're going to be looking. We know we're going to be looking for the long. Could you show how you did the? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. So this is a really good technique, Gary. When you're looking at this, whenever you see some kind of double top, right? Let's clear the charts again. Okay. Okay. So we were looking at the 1 hour. So on this 1 hour chart here, we've got this massive uptrend, right? Massive uptrend, and we see a double top. Here's the first top. Here's the second top, right? We get this pullback. Once you see a double top, when you identify a double top, take your fib retracement tool right here, click onto that, go over to that second top, right? If you want to make it exact, put that magnet on there. Swing high, swing low, okay? You have to go from swing high to swing low, all right? And look what we have. Pulls all the way up, and what we're waiting for really is we're waiting for it to hit that 618 retracement level to do this, right? This is a trend reversal technique that you can use to get in early on going short. Now, if we had momentum on our side, right? Let's say the trend was extended and we had momentum on our side because of this movement here. This leg produced a lot of downward momentum on both the high time frame and the middle time frame. We would take this section here all day long. Okay. But we don't have that in this situation. We've got everything pointing to the upside. So this technique would not be used right now for trend reversal. It would be used as target areas, right? Because we're wanting to go long. But that's how you would put those lines on the chart. Okay, now we can start adding stuff. ADR checkpoint. Look at how that stacks, right? That's called ratio confluence. Okay. What else do we have here? Well, this is the market edge, right? On the 4-hour chart, right? There's your market edge there. Let's box that out. you know, from there, say there to there. Okay. Go back to the 15-minute. That's what it looks like on the 15-minute chart. And then we can add our opening range. Look at where the opening range is. See how we're stacking everything, Gary? We're just stacking everything on top. Opening range right here. Break into the upside, right? It broke to the downside and, you know, wanted to hit that, you know, close to that previous day's low, break into the upside, but we're running right into, hey, Simon, how's it going, buddy? We're breaking to the upside with we were breaking to the downside with a lot of upward momentum, right? Upward momentum, upward trend, cycling up, momentum is up, and we're just about to get, you know, we're just about to break above positive 100 on CCI, and that's what we need. We have more information, Gary. We've got more information pointing to the upside, right? That's how you have to approach every trade. Where's all the information? Where's all the information heading? Is more information heading up, or is more information heading down? And what information are we looking for? Trend, momentum across multiple time frames. Do we have it? That's the very bare bones minimum. Do we have it? It's either yes or no. If it's no, then you sit on your hands. Go find something else, right? We're waiting on this micro gold to make a decision about this this level of imbalance here. TrendCloud is telling us every step of the way what's going on. It's saying, hey, listen, Mr. Trader, you've got a 4-hour uptrend, as you can see. And take a look at this. You're cycling up, which means you're impulsing. You're in an impulse phase. We like that. And we've got momentum on your side. Okay, momentum is at your back. All on the high time frame. The most significant time frame. The most significant time frame is telling you all this information. Okay, good. Let's go down to the 1-hour chart. Aha. We have just regained the 1-hour trend to the upside, right? We need that. And we are almost at, we're almost above positive 100 on CCI. As soon as we get above positive 100 on CCI, we've got all the boxes checked, don't we? So this is why it's so important to read this stuff across multiple time frames. So just starting out, just basic stuff, right? Just make sure you've got the basics. Trend, number one, high time frame, right? Cycle and momentum. Those three elements on the high time frame, make sure they're all going up. Make sure they're all green, right? Trend, cycle, momentum, make sure it's all green. Okay? Then go to the middle time frame. Trend and momentum, right? Make sure those two things are green. We've got it here, and we almost got it here. We've almost got it. It's almost above, right? We're almost above that positive 100. You can see it taking place on the lowest time frame. So now we can watch the lowest time frame and know exactly what's going on. I think that's very comforting. I think it's very comforting to know exactly what's going on when you're setting up a trade that's going to make you money, right? It's very comforting to know what's going on. But you have to listen to those rules, you know. And you just wait. Okay, so I can tell that when we break through this, right? Here we go. Little bit of news came out. That'll help be a catalyst. But you see, all of this, and there you go. All right, very nice, very nice. Let's see what's happening with our CCI. Ah, look at that. Look at that. So, you know, look at, if you're just looking at one time frame, are you going to have all that information? No. You're not going to have all that information. You're not going to have what we have. And anybody out there that's just looking at one time frame, they're not going to, I guarantee you, they're not going to be gathering information and looking at the same stuff that we're looking at. They're just not. They're not going to have all this data to make a better decision. And that's what it's all about. It's about making better decisions. Right? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So if you're just looking at the opening range breakout and you see that it's breaking out to the downside, are you going to say, oh, yeah, let's take the retest of that and go down? You know? Awesome. Thanks, Gary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yep, I'm going to post that on YouTube. All of them get posted on YouTube. I'm going to call this a very special lesson. That'll be the title. That will be the title. Yeah, this was a really good educational session because we had a very unique setup, and definitely save this video and return to it later. Watch it a couple of times. And I'll pick out pieces of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll post that on Facebook as well. Yeah, good idea to post the picture here. Let's see if I can, I'm going to post that. Oh, it doesn't let me, look at that. It doesn't let me post a picture. Doesn't let me post a picture in the comments. Interesting. Banners, private chat. How about in the private chat? No, doesn't let me do it there either. Okay. Learning about the software. Nice reaction there. So, you know, you can see, you know, breaking to the downside with all this upward momentum and upward trend, it doesn't make sense, right? So when you're looking at this chart, and we like to look at the opening range breakout every day because it's a really great tool to use, right? Thank you. I always give credit where credit is due. Thank you, Taylor Frame, right? And over at Trading Academy, Taylor Frame. And who's the other guy that loves, there's another guy that likes the opening range breakout there. Yes. So basically we are waiting for it to break the supply zone and then take the retest. That's right, Gary. You got it. You're right on the money. So we broke Tom Jenkins. That's it. Yeah. Tom Jenkins. Tom Jenkins is the guy that inspired me to program these levels here, right? Previous days, open, high, low, close inside of our opening range tool, right? So Taylor Frame, Tom Jenkins, thank you. If you ever see this, yeah, they really inspired me to program this thing. It's a great tool because it's on the chart every day. We see it every day. So, but it's only for commodities, right? It's only for the futures market. Very good stuff. So at this point in time, we really want to wait for this candle to close, and then that will let our CCI indicator stay above positive 100. Because if this candle reverses, that little CCI wick popping above the positive 100 there is probably going to retract back below positive 100. Okay. But I mean, isn't it clear? We're getting into the minutia of it all, but isn't it clear that we definitely want to start looking for demand zones, right? Let's not get too deep into the minutia of everything. Look at broad picture, right? Uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up. Great. Broke back above or what, what am I trying to say here? Uptrend on the middle time frame. Sorry. Uptrend on the middle time frame. Breaking above positive 100. Up. Everything is pointing, to hey guys, let's go long, right? That's what TrendCloud's telling us. This is our mapping system. This is our price action mapping system. And it's giving us all the information every step of the way. How did we know? If it hits this, it's probably going to bounce off of it. How did we know that? Because we know how price reacts to support and resistance levels. We know how price reacts to levels of imbalance, right? Majority of the data is pointing up. Therefore, we want to start looking for signals on that opening range breakout to the upside. And we can see here, here's a little, right? Little level of imbalance here, right? Drop, base, rally that continued up. With all of that upward movement, was it going to hit this one or was it going to hit the start of the movement down here? We don't know, right? We don't know what it's going to hit. It wanted this one. Okay, great. We hit that average daily range. And the reason why I'm saying this is probably going to go sideways is because now, it's 10 o'clock. We've gone 100% of the average daily range. We've gone 100% of the average daily range right here. What happens after that? Well, things start to slow down when you hit 100% of your average daily range. If you run 3 miles a day, if you're used to running 3 miles a day, right? When you're coming up on that third mile, around 2.8, you run 3 miles a day and you're coming up on that 2.8 marker, you're going to be, you're going to be at your end of your energy, right? It's the same thing. You know, maybe you run 3 miles and then you walk back home because, you know, that's your routine. Well, so that's what price does too. Price is used to moving a certain amount every day. And the average daily range is a great marker that tells you. And we've got that with our TrendCloud system, right? ADR checkpoints. They are definitely checkpoints for a reason. What is Globex? Yeah, look at that. Globex trap, right? Over 75%, right? We're at 97% of Globex. Wow. All the way up. Gonna start. Does this mean complete trend reversal? No. Doesn't mean complete trend reversal. It doesn't mean complete trend reversal. It means we've gone extended, and this doesn't necessarily mean, oh, we've reached our point, drop out of the sky. It doesn't mean that. It could mean this for the rest of the day. Could mean something like that for the rest of the day. But now we know that gold is on our radar. Gold is on our radar to start looking for some really nice demand zones, right? It's on our radar. Okay, it made it. It definitely made it above. Can we take a chance? Sure, yeah. We can start taking some small risks now. Incredible, right? This is quite a rejection candle here. Hit that 886. Let's recalculate this. Let's take a look at a 30-minute chart. We definitely have a lot of buyers sitting in there, right? A lot of buyers sitting in there. Really nice bullish candle here. If it does reach back down into here, right? Possibility. 1 hour chart. There's the 1 hour chart, Gary. Now, with something like this, if we do get into some sideways movement, right? If we do get into some sideways movement, we have a good chance of rejoining, rejoining this, getting in there early. We just have to assume that we're going to break through this supply zone here. May not happen today. We might go sideways for the rest of the day, and then maybe in the middle of the night or something, it pulls back down to here or maybe here. These are the two areas of interest. These are the two areas of interest. That's all that's all you could guesstimate, right? It wouldn't make sense to break all the way down here, right? It could do anything, but what we're seeing, right? We've got this area right here. What does that look like on the 15? Okay, how about the 5? Let's recalculate. put TrendCloud on there. Yeah. 5-minute chart became extended, went sideways, tried to make another move and pulled down. Recalculation, continue the move up. "45-minute chart. Look at that. That went 11 waves. Pulled back. Recalculation. Pulled right into here. Pulled right into this. Right into here. Yep. Retested this area. Move up. So is this going to be a triple top? 1, 2, 3. Is that going to be a triple top? We don't know. We only know when it completes, right? Peter Brandt always puts it that way. He always says, you never know, you'll never know what a pattern is until it completes. It's so true, right? It's so true. So even though here's where it gets confusing, or where people get confused. You're looking at this and you're saying, oh, wow, triple top. That means trend reversal. Go short. Slow down, right? Don't forget your multiple time frames. Okay, this could be a triple top, but we're in an uptrend on multiple time frames with momentum on our side. We have trend and momentum across multiple time frames, cycling up on the highest time frame as well, right? It's a lot of information to the upside. Oh, but I'm seeing a triple top. Yeah, you're seeing a triple top, but that doesn't mean trend reversal. It means that you've got a lot of information to the upside, and we could get some kind of sideways movement, but the narrative is up, right? You think we can get something like this, right? How's that for a scenario? How's that for a scenario? That'd be really nice, right? So our first area of interest, right? Second area of interest down here. Could be a very slow process. But as of right now, we can start looking for demand zones because we've got everything on our side. High time frame, trend, cycling up, momentum up. Middle time frame, trend, momentum above positive 100. Low time frame, right? Here's a 45-minute chart, demand zone, demand zone. What's it look like on the 15? Demand zone, demand zone. That's it. That's your whole system right there. High time frame uptrend, cycling up, momentum is up. Middle time frame, uptrend, CCI above positive 100, momentum is up, right? Low time frame, demand zone, great, go for it. Trend, high time frame, momentum, high time frame. Trend, middle time frame, momentum, middle time frame. All to the upside. Great. Start looking for demand zones. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. Excellent. Great session. I'm going to post this right now on YouTube, and also put the, oh, you can't see it, put the perfect trade setup on our Facebook page. Okay. All righty. Good job, everybody. I will see you on Monday, right? Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and keep practicing. Keep looking at TrendCloud. Put that perfect trade up on the wall somewhere. Look at it every day. Look at it every day. All right. Good job, everybody. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.